Today's lesson is going to be on author's point of view, specifically in informational writing. Author's point of view is very similar to an author's purpose. I want you to use your knowledge of figuring out author's purpose to help determine point of view. Our learning target today is I want you to be able to distinguish your own point of view from that of the author of a text. Let's unpack some of these words here. The word distinguish means to notice the difference between. So I want you to be able to notice the difference between your own way of thinking about something versus an author's way of thinking about something. Remember that text is simply a word for a book, article, poem, anything you can read. In an informational text, the author often shares his or her point of view. This point of view is often the author's opinion. As readers, we have to figure out what the author's point of view is. You could ask yourself, how does the author feel about this topic? That would be their point of view. How can you figure out the author's point of view? You're going to have to analyze the language that the author uses. Think about the describing words that the author uses, the adjectives. Are they more positive ones? Are they negative? You have to figure that out after reading it. You can highlight certain key words, and then that will help you determine what the author's point of view is. Like I said earlier, you can also use the author's purpose to help determine their point of view. Think to yourself, what was the purpose of writing this book? Was it to persuade the reader? If that's the case, then the author's opinion would be their point of view. Let's take a look at the example that I will be using today. I read the book The Nobel Prize by Evan Russell. So I want to think to myself, how does Evan Russell feel about the Nobel Prize? So the author of the Nobel Prize believes that the award ... So I want to figure out, how does Evan Russell feel about the Nobel Prize? Let's just read the first few pages. Here is the table of contents. His first chapter is called The Most Famous Prize. Already in my head, I'm noticing that he used the word famous. I'm already getting a sense of how Mr. Russell feels about the prize. The most famous prize. The Nobel Prize is the most famous honor in the world. Now he's even calling it an honor. That's another key detail that I'm just adding to my list of words. The prizes were first awarded on December 10th, 1901. That was 5 years after the death of Alfred Nobel, the creator of the prizes. Between 1901 and 2015, 874 special individuals and 26 groups have been awarded Nobel Prizes. For many years, prizes were awarded in physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, and peace. A sixth award for economics started in 1968. So like I was talking about that list of words in my head, Russell is describing the prize as famous and an honor. So as I was saying, I determined that the author of the Nobel Prize believes that the award is one of the most prestigious awards a person can receive. I want to be very clear that this right here, this sentence that I just read, is what I believe is the author's point of view. That they believe, Evan Russell believes, the Nobel Prize is one of the most prestigious awards a person can receive. I chose the word prestigious because that means that the award is very respected and admired. After reading Evan Russell's book, I believe that is his point of view. I'm going to explain why I believe that. Here is some evidence. On page 1, he calls the award the most famous honor. Not only is he saying that it's a famous prize, that it's an honorable prize, but it's the most famous honor. He believes it is the most famous honor a person can receive. On page 8, the author, Evan Russell, says that the prize winners are some of the most important people in the world. Again, this word important, not only just the word important, most important. All of these key words are evidence that Evan Russell believes that the Nobel Prize is one of the most prestigious awards you can win. Another piece of evidence is that he states the Nobel Prize has had a very positive influence on the entire world. The fact that he brings in the entire world and what a positive influence the prize has, just another reason why I know this author, this award is very prestigious. When you go to read your piece of text to determine the author's point of view, make sure that you find 3 pieces of evidence to back up what you believe is the author's point of view. Now, after reading this, my point of view is very similar to Mr. Russell's. He has fully convinced me that the Nobel Prize truly is an honor to receive. He proved this with his history of it, and then of telling me and giving me examples of all the important people who have won the award. If we go back to his book, you can see for yourself. He's named many important people who have won the award and what they've done with the prize money and the work they've continued to do. His conclusion really seals the deal here. The Nobel Prize has had a very positive influence on the entire world. That was one piece of evidence of mine. The awards show the work and dreams of great minds from around the globe. The money and fame allow these amazing people to keep working. The prizes honor freedom, peace, and the goal of improving life for everyone. I would say that my point of view of this award, that it is a very powerful, positive tool to help promote amazing work being done by amazing people. I can't wait for you guys to determine the author's point of view in your text, and then